Well, Georgia Southern has wrapped up its 2024 season after falling short in the New Orleans Bowl.
Our sports team has been with the Eagles all week long this week and has a full recap from the Big Easy.
Welcome into sports from the Caesars Superdome in the Big Easy, the site of the 2024 New Orleans Bowl between Georgia Southern and Sam Houston State. Rachel, you knew a 9-3 Sam Houston team that just barely missed out on a Conference USA title was going to come in with some fire, maybe not quite the way that they did.
Yeah, Jeff, from the early goings of this one through the first half, really just things not exactly going in favor of the Eagles. And to your point about it being a little unexpected, I don't think you have to look much farther than the fact that when we were walking around town ahead of kickoff, we had multiple Sam Houston fans come up to us saying, oh, Georgia Southern, they're going to crush us.
It was a little shocking. Let's roll the tape and show you what we're talking about. On the first play from scrimmage for the Eagles, J.C. French throws it to not another Eagle. That's a pick six for the Bearcats to start the New Orleans Bowl. They had an early 7-0 lead.
Needless to say, not what you want to see if you're in blue and white, and it's going to get worse before it gets better. End of the first quarter, French throws his second interception of the day. Georgia Southern's defense, though, able to keep Sam Houston off the board that time.
At that point, you knew Georgia Southern needed a spark. They're going to get it. It's a takeaway. Marquez Watson-Trent coming away with the fumble, and the ensuing drive, they march down 80 yards. It's finished off with a beautiful pass from J.C. French to Josh Dallas. It tied it at 7.
But the momentum gained there quickly lost after this next sequence by the Bearcats, an immediate touchdown to make it 14-7. Interception number 3 by French, and then yet another touchdown by Sam Houston. Solid complimentary football for them through the first 2 quarters as they take a 21-10 lead into the locker room.
Into the second half, Georgia Southern coming out with a little bit more juice. On their second drive of the half, French goes up to Marcus Sanders. It's a 43-yard catch, the longest play of the day for the Eagles, and it sets them up at the 1-yard line. So why not go to your captain running back, Jalen White, trots in for the 1-yard score. His 13th of the year, made it 21-16. The 2-point attempt was no good.
And as the third came to a close, Benedictine alum Gavin Stewart hits his second 49-yarder of the day. On the season, he was 5 of 7 from 40+, and the Eagles, they were inching closer, now down just 2 with 15 minutes to play.
You've seen the Eagles have several big comebacks. A 2-point deficit going into the fourth quarter didn't seem like all that much. But Sam Houston continued to keep the pedal down. They punched it in on their opening drive to extend the lead.
And when Georgia Southern was threatening late in the fourth, Sam Houston gets their 4th and final interception, a 5-1 turnover margin for the Eagles. Not what you want, and they won't be flying back to Statesboro as 2-time New Orleans Bowl champs. Sam Houston takes this one 31-26.
Their job as players is to bring attitude and effort. And they brought a great attitude, a great effort to this football game. And any mistakes that they've made is on me. That's why we get paid as coaches, is to make sure that we execute and don't make the critical errors. So any of their failures are my failures, and I take ownership in that. I can tell you this, there's a lot of men that are hurting in there. You got 31 seniors that are just special people that chose to play this game and fight their butts off all the way down to the last play. And can't tell you how much I love them.
You know, like I said, special group of guys. You know, we always had each other back. It's just a passionate group. You know, we lose together, we win together. You know, we just brothers. It's gonna be a lifetime relationship, and I'm just grateful to have this opportunity.
So the early haul proved costly for Georgia Southern against the Sam Houston State team that has been on the plus side of the turnover margin all season. That part of their game has led them to a 10-win season in just their second year at the FBS level.
Yeah, Jeff, not the ending that the Eagles were hoping for this season, but still a lot of positives to take away from the year. Those guys in that locker room, they've got a ton of faith in their coach, Clay Helton. Coach Helton got a ton of faith in them equally as much, and he talked a little bit about that in an exclusive interview with us after the game, where he said how eager he is to see how they'll respond come next year.
You can see that exclusive interview on the One More Time Georgia Southern football special. It airs just on WTOC on The News at 7 on Christmas Eve. We hope you'll join Rachel and I as we walk through the entire 2024 Georgia Southern football season. Thank you so much for following along as Rachel and I made our way through the Big Easy for the 2024 New Orleans Bowl. We'll continue to cover the Eagles as long as they're playing ball. In New Orleans with the Eagles, I'm Jeff Roberts.
And I'm Rachel West
for WTOC Sports.